Hey guys, Flight again here. This video is going to mostly be the final ending to the jam sesh that we had on stream. This one talks primarily about egg and a little bit about some tier 6 units that work well with Grarl, as well as a little bit of positioning with something like Bunk, which is kind of a range tank, which can kind of go over to Firelord as well. For the most part, though, primarily egg and a little bit of the rest sprinkled in. If you have more comments, questions, concerns, feel free to drop them in on the bottom, though. Jump right back into the clips, though. So one of the easy ways to hold a brute is to do Seraphine. Oh. I think this is optimal positioning. It's been a hot minute since I did it. I don't normally go for the brute hold on 3. Int for egg? I don't know what you're saying. This should hold. It gets close, but this should hold. If not, I need to reposition. Nope, it holds. Most of them are very rough. Most of them are very, very rough. So let's say you're talking turn 2 turtle. It's really easy actually to hold turn 2 turtle. Fine. Oh.
Welcome to Nova.
Oh. No, I don't want you to be alive yet.
Welcome
Wave 2.
Nova.
So I want to say wave 2, if you have 2 polywogs, you'll hold a DT. Egg is super advanced tech, yes. Should hold a DT. It used to, at least. I thought. I might have bad positioning as well. Splits are very, very consistent, Bertle. You always hold the exact same way, yes. I thought this held, but might not anymore. We'll see. Egg's not losing that much health. Yeah, this holds. Alright, wave 2. So another thing you can do to wave 2 hold is to shrine, single mask, DT. Yeah, you should really hope that your teammate holds on one mask holds him. It's, I believe, a little RNG. There is some times when it does pop, but it holds most of the time. The nice thing about masks is it deals damage to all the other units. Yeah, this holds. Easy. Actually, it's very close. I think you survive with 100 or some health on the egg. Yeah, 82. You hold. So my recommendation usually for new players, go for a egg, hold on 2. And this is also another way to hold it.
Welcome to Nova.
You boost a Pee-wee. So 30 gold, which you should have. Boosted Pee-wee also holds. And DT. I don't have a unit tier list. I think unit tier lists don't work very well for this game because the game doesn't really have like a set, like sliced up thing, right? Depending on your role, it's always going to be different. But boosted Pee-wee holds 2 to a DT. But yeah, those are a couple other ones. Yeah, not a tier list because of synergies. There's a synergy list, I think. People have synergy lists out there. Can you show banana bunk positioning? That's very dependent on what you have, and so that's like another whole video operator. So to forward an egg, all in Atlantean, you go Grarl wave 1, and then you drop an egg on wave 2, and then you have, you know, one of the units I showed you earlier. You need Grarl. To do it reliably, you need Grarl. If you don't do Grarl, you're really potentially killing yourself. Is it possible with a melee tier 1? You need 2 buzzes, I think. You need 2 protons, I think. You need a couple different... Like, it's doable, but those are like the consistent ones. I think that covers all the basic stuff I wanted to talk about, at least really quickly. I got this recorded as a 36-minute video now. Thank you for the follow, Kiro. Is Egg Start good? For low elos, yes. Egg Start, I think, is very well balanced. Or very good for new players. The problem is you need to really be careful on 7 and 8 with Egg Starts. I like Egg Mask Start the most because you get something that's good on 7 as well. Thanks for the follow. These are Trash J. Good job, Judes. Proud of you. Unbroken Hydra is not unstoppable. It's actually very easy to leak it. So another start that I can talk about. If you start Grarl and you don't build, just the same way you can go Egg, you can Grarl into Egg, which is decent. You can Grarl into Millennium, which is decent. No gates. Grarl into the new Divine unit. Grarl into not Boar. That's bad. Egg. Firelord. That's every one of them, right? Elodie. If I had to make like a tier list on these though, like you can Grarl, so you go 0 workers on 1 and immediately sell the Grarl and you can do any of these units. If I'm going to say the ones that are probably the best for new players, Egg, Bunk. I would say Bunk is my favorite for new players. Millennium or Egg, 2nd and 3rd. Firelord and LOD can be really good depending if they're in the right player's hands. And then I'd go Holy Avenger last. I would never do Gate. That's a bad one. Nope. And I would never do Boar. Both of these are really bad to Grarl into. Both of them are really bad. Show placement on Millennium. Just place on the left side. You Grarl, you sell the Grarl, and you build into one of these units. And you just place them on the left side for the most part. Your Firelord and your Bunk, you're going to want to place in the 2nd or 3rd row because splitting purposes later. If you're going to build a Bunker Grarl, or Bunker Firelord, you're better off on the left side. But the right of it. What damage defense types are good for late game? Any of them, my man. It's just tier 6 units. You need tier 6 units.
Welcome to Nova.
Grarl is really good for its Ocean Templar buff for a lot of units, and King Claw is really solid because it does stomping damage. These ones are just inconsistent. You're not going to be able to hold a lot of waves with these. You're going to be bad on a lot of early waves because Grarl in this context does not translate very well into these 2 units. You'll be bad on 7 most likely. You'll be bad on 6 otherwise. The upgraded tank Grarl is really good. King, but King Claw is good. But the problem is that he's situational. He's situational. He's not super tanky. He's only got 400 and 4,450. His shock is really the big thing. He does a lot of damage and slows people down. Very similar to Boar. So, I'm going to just kind of combo both of these and say this is kind of true for both Bunk and Firelord.
Welcome.
You either want the unit to be in the very front. So let's say I've got Antler here, right? No, I don't want Antler. That's a bad example. I've got some Wild Shrooms. And I need to place Bunk as a tank. I want Bunk to be at least 2 squares up, so I want every unit to be on the outside of this range, right? The range line. I need it to be all around. But then the nice thing about Bunk here, it's going to do a couple of units. Otherwise it's going to be too much. You notice that everything goes to Bunk, which you don't necessarily want. So you gotta adjust your split. So remember, as we talked about, we gotta build 1 up at least, 1 half up, otherwise 1 full up. So we go up that 1. Then what will happen is, oh, this is I guess that was a bad example. Because the wave killed it too. They killed it too quick. Wave 3. We'll do it like this. So, if the Bunk is on this right side, it'll tank the split. Same can basically be said about Firelord. No, you're fine. Same can basically be said about Firelord. So let's sell this. Sell these. Go to... Nope. Element. Yep.
Welcome to
Kill the Firelord here.
Nova.
Yes, you don't want your Firelord to be the only one tanking, but you want it to be partial. You want it to be tanking the split a little bit. It gets extra damage from getting dealt damage. So let's go like this. So same premise. You have the Firelord on the right side. If you watch, the Firelord will get some aggro. And you want it to get aggro. It's a tank DPS unit, really, in the early game. As you go later into the game, it's still kind of a tank DPS unit. The hard part, in my opinion, with Firelord is that it doesn't really play by a lot of the same rules, right? You want it to take damage. You want this unit to get damage because as it gets damaged, it deals more damage. So I say Firelord is something you stay away from as a new player. It's a little bit tricky and it's not going to help you. More often than not. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you like the content, please hit the like button, subscribe, check me out on Twitch, Twitter, join my Discord. I appreciate everyone's questions, comments, concerns. So if there's anything else I can do for you guys, feel free to let me know, and I'll do my best to help you guys out in the future, whether it be with different style videos, more in-depth videos, whatever it is you guys need. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your morning, evening, night, whatever it may be. Peace.